Welcome to Wednesday's show. Winding down, we are the month of August. We're going to do so on a somewhat more active note weather-wise over the next couple of days. Some big drops falling over my shoulder in the latter afternoon and early evening hours here in downtown Sagersville over the studios and offices of Sagersville Independent and Your News Today. And we've got shower chances that will increase over the course of the next few days. A little further on down the line, there's actually two, if not three systems, not hurricanes, but systems in the tropics that could play a part in our weather as well. Right now, we're going to see another hot one tomorrow. I think we'll hit 90 again. And by the latter part of the forecast, down to about 83 for daytime highs. But there is some sun and there are some showers in between all of that. On the desk tonight, I'll start talking tonight and reminding you between now and then about the art exhibit, which will go on with, of course, COVID precautions in place during Founders Day here in Magoffin County in honor of and celebrating the life of Tom J. Whitaker. I'll tell you what I can tonight as we start that. Also, Mayor Pete Shepard tonight, another update from the Health Department for daily cases. He will also talk about the vaccines that they have given and what they are going to be given in the form of the boosters starting next week. And he also sheds a little light as to when other folks without those underlying medical conditions might get the booster shot at the health department as well. The governor announced the third highest day ever, over 1,500 kids in today's numbers, the highest percentage positivity rate, highest number of people in the hospital. Every Kentucky county is in the red. Fewer people have been vaccinated than have tested positive in the past 24 hours. And then there's today's deaths. All that and much more. A couple of things before we go any further. First, as for school, which was and still is set to get back into session here in Magoffin County next week on the 30th, well, that decision will be addressed and assessed tomorrow. I spoke with Superintendent of Magoffin County Schools, Scott Helton, just a few moments ago, and he says we'll be able to talk about that tomorrow as he is going to sit down with school personnel and decide as to whether or not they will continue with that going back to school date as it is in place now on the 30th. And, of course, football. There wasn't any for the opening of the season for the Magoffin County Hornets this past Friday night. Will there be this Friday night? That's also something we will talk about on tomorrow's program. Magoffin County is not alone. We were one of the first counties to have to call off classes just completely for a couple of weeks to try to rest and recuperate and hopefully see case numbers start to fall down. Dozens of other counties have done so. The Magoffin Breathitt County game, the home opener, or season opener, I should say, for the Hornets as well, had to be canceled. There are different rules this year for high school football. Last year, schools could essentially cancel for about any reason, mostly COVID-related, obviously, but under new Kentucky High School Athletic Association rules, they say that if a team can't play for a COVID quarantine, well, that game is considered a forfeit, and it's a forfeit win for the other team. But if the teams can reschedule at a later date or pick up another game versus another team, that forfeit will come off of that school's record. Also, some changes to COVID-19 protocols from the Kentucky High School Athletic Association. Still the same for unvaccinated, but if you're exposed, there's a 10-day quarantine, or there's an exposure if you're unvaccinated, a 10-day quarantine, but a vaccinated player with no symptoms can continue to play and practice and be a part of the team. And that's how a lot of teams are still able to practice football, and many playing at this particular time. We wish them all well and hope it continues to get better for everyone. Making travel better through Eastern Kentucky is the Mountain Parkway, and construction crews on the Mountain Parkway expansion project say that they're going to be setting some big heavy beams across two very important bridges that are currently under construction in Magoffin County. They are doing that today, work scheduled for today, as well as again for tomorrow. The last update I had was that they were still hopeful of having this completed by tomorrow afternoon, and so far it's just caused only a few minor disruptions to traffic flow, but a couple of very important bridges right around the 65.7 mile marker. This is over Johnson Fork, and that will, of course, ultimately carry a new 4-lane alignment of the Mountain Parkway, a brand new stretch through that portion of Magoffin County. the portion of the expansion project in the Magoffin West segment, if you want to get real specific. There will be some brief road closures. There were today, and there will be again tomorrow from 8 till about 2. Trucks hauling beams that will have to go onto the work site, and then they'll be asking motorists to slow down and use a little extra caution as they're continuing to set these very large beams and continue to make more progress with the project, which, as we spoke of earlier this week, is much more closer to completion than not. COVID might have stopped the music again, but don't let it stop the services and support our local organizations provide the community by supporting them. Go to bgcf.givingfuel.com/community day right now or before September the 9th and donate to get them the $35,000 in matching funds. And be sure and look for all the raffles and fundraisers that are going on right now by all the groups: Magoffin County Senior Citizens, Magoffin County Christians Care, Salyersville Kiwanis, Miss Magoffin Scholarship Organization, the District 3 Volunteer Fire Department, North Magoffin, Middle Fork, Salyersville, and Bloomington Fire Departments, the Magoffin County Rescue Squad, our DAV, South Magoffin Community Activists, South Magoffin Fire Department, Magoffin County Youth Baseball and Softball, Kentucky Mission Bible Training Center, and the Magoffin County Rainbow Girls. And be sure to see any of those groups or the Salyersville National Bank and buy that $10 ticket that will win someone this car. Please, let's all support these groups who have always supported us. bgcf.givingfuel.com/community day to donate. Nostalgic or historic or whatever you want to call that feeling you get when you walk in and sit down at the counter and get a scoop of ice cream or a hot dog with sauce while your hometown pharmacist gets your prescriptions ready. Whatever it is, it's still here at Fraser's Prater Drug. Only better, with everything from Jelly Bellies to fresh popcorn to hot and cold gourmet coffees, even hot fudge cakes and banana splits. Fraser's Prater Drug hasn't forgot how important the little things in life are, and they don't want you to either. Stop and see them. They're just a couple of doors down from another Salyersville gym, the Seasonal Shop. Stop in JJ's Burgers and Beer for the weekend specials like 10 boneless buffalo wings and an 18-inch pizza, any toppings, for $14.99. Stop by any day of the week and get any 16-inch pizza for $9.99 and any 18-inch pizza for only $11.99. They've got a different sandwich or soup special every day of the week, big gourmet class hamburger combos, and your favorite domestic beer, $2.49 a bottle or $7.99 by the bucket. JJ's Burgers and Beer at Speedy's in Salyersville.
Summer is here, and the deal on the iPhone 12 mini just got even hotter at Appalachian Wireless. The iPhone 12 mini comes with massive features and is the perfect pocket size. Best of all, Appalachian Wireless is offering the iPhone 12 mini for just $1 with a 2-year contract. Good things do come in small packages, and it's the iPhone 12 mini on the region's best network. But don't wait. This deal won't last long. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless. Summer is here, and the 12 mini deal just got even hotter. The iPhone 12 mini is now $1 with a 2-year contract. Visit an Appalachian Wireless retail location or go to AppalachianWireless.com to view this amazing deal. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Health Director Mayor Pete Shepard gives us the following interview this evening. A quick update on today's case count for Magoffin County, very similar to numbers that we have seen for the past several days this week. Also, another big day for new vaccines yesterday at the health department. He also sheds a little light on when everyone might be eligible for boosters at the Magoffin County Health Department. Before we get into everything else, I know that you've been trying to get an accurate death toll. We know that it's increased, and I just wanted to touch base with you on that before we get any further, Pete.
Yeah, I keep checking the website with the state, and they have 18. I know 3 months ago we had 22, according to our epidemiologist that sent us some figures. And after talking with Marlene, unofficially, we think right now we're standing probably at 28 deaths in Magoffin County.
And at the same time, you're saying that, how many have we got hospitalized and on the ventilator? And I know we've got some folks that are really, really bad off right now.
Yes, we have 10 hospitalized with one on a ventilator. We've got some people in the hospital that's really, really sick. the thing is, even how sick they are, some of the ones that's going to the emergency room or going to the hospital that are having pretty severe symptoms, they don't have beds for them. So they're trying to give them some medication, send them home, and hopefully, just hopefully everything will turn out all right for everybody.
I certainly hope so, but I have a really bad fear that a lot of some folks are going to pass away at home from this. Is what my fear is.
Yes, I fear that too.
So where are we at today as far as cases? And back up if you want to. Give us a little bit of a rehash for this week thus far.
Well, we've been in double figures every day since Monday. We had 22 yesterday. We got 22 again today. I don't really know what that total puts us at, but that's too many. 22 is too many. I think we had 6. I think kids or children in that age group today. Checked, and it's just seems like as we go along with this, once somebody in the family gets it, then everybody in the family gets it. So it spreads really quick, and and everybody seems to have symptoms.
I had some other information, and I'll cover that separately, just talking about percentage rates of vaccinated and non-vaccinated, so I'll not hit you up with that. But I do want to talk about vaccines, and I want to on a couple of different fronts. First off, you guys are still giving them. When was the last time you were able to give them, and when's the next time you're going to?
We gave them yesterday, Tuesday. We had over 70. We give first dose vaccines. We'll be giving another round of first dose next Tuesday in the morning from 8 to 11. If you want a vaccine, just call the health department and get you an appointment. In the afternoon, we'll be giving the booster dose for those that meet the criteria, and we've got that posted on our website. But you have to have such things as organ donor, having chemotherapy, cancer treatments, and things like that. So you do have to have that. We recommend that you check with your physician or your primary doctor before you do make that appointment, and make sure that they do want you to have the booster dose. But we will be giving that booster dose next Tuesday afternoon after 1 o'clock. So you need to call the health department and get your appointment, and we will get that for you too.
Have they given you any guidance on if you have to get a booster of the same vaccine that you got the first 2 times?
It's my understanding that you do. It's just like anything else. Once you get one, you need to stick with that one. I haven't seen all the criteria on it, but since we just got permission to give it this week, I haven't read all the protocols. But I'm assuming that yes, if you take Moderna, you need to get Moderna. If you take Pfizer, you need to get Pfizer. So yes.
What about any guidance as to when they might actually open it up to just anyone who's had the vaccine for a booster?
I've heard that by the grapevine that it'll be next month maybe, and what they were asking that anybody, once you had the second dose after 8 months, then you can go ahead and get a booster dose. And
that could be happening actually relatively soon then.
Yeah, I'd be already due for my booster dose. So I had mine in December or January. Was my second dose, so I'd be ready for a booster dose. And I will take it.
I'm for it. I'll race you there. That's right. We got the same day, so I can too.
Yeah, that's true.
How important? I wanted you real quickly just before we go. I read the announcement last night for the school system. They're just trying to get a gauge on holding a clinic. I saw that. I was talking to David Gibson over at Paintsville, and Paintsville schools are going to be having a vaccine event before the football game. I think Pfizer for anyone 18 and older, I think it is, but nevertheless, how important is it that everyone goes online and fills out that little survey that the school system is asking them to? And is that something?
Very important. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Very important because the National Guard will send in bodies, when I mean bodies, medical professionals, to go ahead and help us give the vaccine. We could set up at a school like the high school or middle school and give anybody that wanted it in a day's time, between 12 and 18, we could give them the vaccine if we have a large number. Now, if we don't have a large number that sign up, then we as the health department could go ahead and give the vaccines ourselves. But we don't want to be inundated with one day and then not be able to give everybody the vaccine. So the National Guard has the vaccine clinics. They'll send in the personnel. The health department has to provide all the necessities, such as the syringes, the vaccine, and all that. All they do is give their bodies for us to help. And we can set that up at any school and then do it in 1 day time. And it'd be great because all the kids could get vaccinated at one time, and we could get it done, and it'd really help out, I think, in the long run with the school system.
And would that be just for students and kids?
I would think it would probably, if we get enough, it'd probably just students and kids and maybe parents. We're not going to turn nobody down wants the vaccine. I'll just tell you that. And we'll get enough and if the parents want to have the vaccine too, the health departments, we're offering the vaccine, they can get, other people can get it there. But it'll be for parents, I think, too. If they want to come in with the kids and get the vaccine, it'd be great. I don't think we'll turn them away. I think it's, the more we get vaccinated, this is the better off we're going to be, and we'll make sure they get one.
In other COVID-related news, as we continue to get further and further into the pandemic, I feel as though I should say deeper and deeper, more studies continue to shed light on exactly the makeup of the Delta variant and the effect it has on those people across the country and around the globe. A new study released this week actually showed that the effectiveness of the vaccines has decreased among a large number of healthcare workers who were fully vaccinated since the time that the Delta variant started to become the most prevalent. It also could be due to the waning effectiveness of the vaccine over time and a couple of other factors as well, the Delta being so much more transmissible and some other factors. But a second study found that about 25% of the COVID-19 cases between May and July in one portion of the nation were breakthrough cases, but that those hospitalizations were significantly lower for those that had been vaccinated or who had been vaccinated. Unvaccinated people were more than 30 times more likely to be hospitalized than those who had a vaccine, and about 5 times more likely to get infected. So they're continuing to shed light on the fact that there is little doubt of the benefit of being vaccinated when it comes to hospitalization, that it didn't decline even with the Delta variant, which is pretty significant. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and other healthcare professionals are saying that if you consider everything that's being reported this time and this far into the pandemic, at this time and this far into the pandemic, you see consistent attrition of protection with people who are fully vaccinated. The benefit of vaccination is still very strong, even in consideration or considering the breakthrough infections, because those who are hospitalized are showing much more recovery. That study, by the way, in case you're wondering, there were 6 or 8 healthcare facilities, frontline workers in numerous states across the nation from December of 2020 last year and up through just a couple of weeks ago. That research still shows the effectiveness of the vaccines at around 91%, down to about 66% with, however, the Delta variant here as of late, but still holding on strong. Also, of course, as we are continuing to hear, the boosters may be around the corner for everyone. We'll have to wait and see. The governor today says we are seeing the 3rd highest day ever of COVID cases ever. There's over 1,500 kids in tonight's case count. The highest ever positivity rating, the highest number of those ever hospitalized in the state of Kentucky, all of Kentucky now in the red or critical zone. And he also said, which was quite troublesome, there were actually fewer people who got the vaccine in the last 24 hours than who tested positive for it. And then there was today's death rate.
Hey everybody, it's Andy. Today's COVID report is heartbreaking. Today we're reporting our 3rd highest number of cases ever at a time when we could defeat this virus with vaccinations. But today we're reporting 4,849 additional people have tested positive for COVID-19. 1,518 of them are kids. More kids now testing positive than ever before. Our positivity rate is the highest it's ever been since we had enough testing for a real positivity rate, 13.16%. More people in the hospital fighting COVID than ever before, and all 120 counties are red. In addition, we had fewer people vaccinated during this report than we had come down with COVID. The tough thing is we're reporting 65 new deaths today. 57 of them occurred in August this month. Folks, our hospitals are overrun. We are seeing and will see significant death moving forward, but we can do something about it. You know, there's a saying, when you can do something to stop devastation and don't. That saying is about Nero fiddling while Rome burned. I'm sure there are some that would say it's Nero's individual liberty to just fiddle while everything burns down. But I think he had a responsibility to do something to protect the people around him. So folks, get vaccinated. Wear a mask. Avoid large indoor gatherings. Protect yourself. Protect your family. Do what it takes. All this is avoidable. Let's come together. Let's get it done.
Some other numbers to look at. Let's take a look at what the Pikeville Medical Center officials released earlier today, focusing mainly to the right of your screen. Current hospitalizations, 74. That's current COVID-19 hospitalizations, of course, 74. In the youngest age group from 0 to 9, they have 0. And 80 and over, they have only 4. But it's the other age groups which bear the brunt of those numbers. 30 to 39-year-olds, 5. 40 to 49-year-olds, 10. 50 to 59-year-olds, 17. 60 to 69, 17. And the same for 70 to 79-year-olds. The number of fully unvaccinated patients, 78% of those are people who are unvaccinated, while the current number of COVID patients in the ICU just at Pikeville, 15 currently in the ICU at Pikeville. That puts their positivity rating a little more than 20% just for that particular hospital. Here's today's incident rate map, as I referred to already. It is completely red. You'd have to go back, I'm not even sure to when, but it's been a long time since we have seen a completely red state of Kentucky. As we hone in a little closer on the eastern Kentucky and viewing area, Magoffin County is no longer second to only Clay County. We are actually down the ladder a bit, but still at 160 or 161 essentially for our positivity rating. Floyd County 136, Owsley County 174, and Clay 245. So that might put Magoffin County third, or at least close to, but 160.9 for Magoffin County. As for the Floyd County Health Department, yesterday, I don't have today's numbers, but yesterday they announced 45 new cases, 17 of them in children, 26 hospitalized, and only 6 of those 45 were in vaccinated individuals. Johnson County as well announced in the 40s yesterday, 46 new cases, 214 active cases. They've got 19 people in the hospital. That was their highest number of cases ever reported in a single day yesterday at 46. Out of those 46, only 4 were in vaccinated individuals. The other 42 had not had a vaccine. But 19 of those, close to half, were in kids. They also have another death to report. As of yesterday, they've lost so far 38 Johnson Countyans. Stay tuned. Still much more news to come. Summer is definitely in full swing at the Seasonal Shop, where it is filled with new arrivals in home decor, women's clothing, Ridge and Holler, and more. They've given their home decor a fresh look, and they have new displays literally wall to wall, from farmhouse to traditional, equestrian, and more. And Oat Shore neoprene bags are the latest craze in women's accessories, and they've got dozens of colors and styles available right now, and new ones coming in daily. And lily planters have arrived just in time for school or work. And don't leave the guys out. Ridge and Holler shirts, yes, that's a Magoffin County Cadillac cap, and hats are a huge seller at the Seasonal Shop. Designs so unique and so special for our area. Designs you can only get at the Seasonal Shop. They still have delivery, baby and wedding registry, curbside service, and more. Parkway Pharmacy, as always, promises the quickest service with the very best care and prices, and to always have someone there to talk to when you have a question. With 3 pharmacists, curbside, drive-through, and call-ahead service. Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville, 349-4400.
Where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
Welcome to East Kentucky's premier vape and CBD shop, offering all natural tobacco alternatives and everything vape and smoke shop related. Everything you're looking for and everything you're not. Best quality, best prices, best service.
Come to Appalachian Smoke Shop for all your tobacco alternatives and accessories, as well as products like CBD, kratom, and legal THC that people are telling us they're using to treat pain, anxiety, depression, difficulty sleeping, and lack of energy, as well as just for overall wellness. Make it your one stop, Appalachian Smoke Shop.
I've got another headline or two for you and a really, really nice event that's planned for next week during Founders Day. Can you believe it? A limited Founders Day, but still a very, very important event to tell you about. I'll get to that and your weather forecast and much more. But first, we have to kick it on over to tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau community calendar. Hey, birthday to kick it off tonight. Happy birthday, Natalie G. That's a happy belated birthday wish, it says, to Natalie Gamble. Natalie, from a whole lot of friends and family. Happy, 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 happy birthday to you. Happy belated birthday wishes to Natalie Gamble. That's the only announcement I've got on the calendar tonight. So that just gives me a second to remind you, birthdays and anniversaries and church, group, club announcements all belong here. Send them to me. Going on to funeral service announcements, brought to you nightly by the McGoffin County Funeral Home. A reminder that services will be held this Friday beginning at 1 for Mary Sue Russell, 81 of Coon Creek, who passed away Monday at her home. Survived by her husband Glenn and sons Dan, Jeffrey, and Glenn Gregory, daughters Sandra Conley and Janie Gibson, and sister Betty Lou Howard, as well as 11 grandkids and 12 great-grandkids. Services start at 1 Friday from the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Friends can call on the funeral home Thursday from 6 to 9 for visitation. Lonnie Allen Trusty, I've been told today, 76 of Sagersville, passed away yesterday at her home. The daughter of the late Green Trusty and the late Ella Stacy Allen. She survived by her husband Rex Allen and sons Rex Jr., Jesse, Steve, and Edward Allen, and daughter Jennifer Allen Bailey, as well as brothers Blaine Trusty and Otis Trusty, and sisters Sarah Bailey and Evelyn Trusty. 10 grandkids and 9 great-grandkids. Services will start Friday at 3 in her honor from the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Her family will welcome friends Thursday evening after 6. Harry Jack Powers, 87 of New Paintsville Road, passed away Tuesday at his home. He was married to Opal Fay for 63 wonderful years, who he is survived by. He is as well survived by his sister Frida Powers, Wilcox, and brothers Edwin Powers and Charles Powers and Gary Powers, and a host of nieces and nephews. Funeral services in his honor start Saturday at 1 from the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Friends will welcome for visitation Friday evening after 6. James Dockery, 62 of Johnson Fork, passed away Monday at his home. Survived by his companion of 22 years, Lisa Gibson Koch, sons Daniel and Zachary, sisters Debbie Poole and Tammy Dockery and Sheila Dockery, as well as Kelly Boone, and 4 grandkids. Funeral services start Saturday at 3 from the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Visitation will be Saturday afternoon. And I'm also asked tonight to announce these in loving memories. First, of Cleo Harmon, loved and missed by family and friends. Also in loving memory of Clifford Brown, Jr. There's no missing that this is the new McFarland and Tinker Law Office location on the Mountain Parkway in the former Farm Bureau building in Sagersville, just like there's no denying that their nearly 60 years of legal experience has won their clients millions and millions of dollars in disability, auto accident, and wrongful death cases. It's where your case matters to you and to us. McFarland and Tinker, also Griffey approved.
I'm Dr. Jason Zimmerman at Highlands ARH, the healthcare system of Appalachia.
Call the pros. All Pro Gutter Works specializes in seamless gutters, vinyl siding, metal roofing, replacement doors and windows, remodeling or adding on to your home with free and fair estimates backed by decades of happy and return customers with guaranteed satisfaction and 18 months 0% financing. All Pro Gutter Works. 349-9999. Just click on ConleyTire.net and you can shop for tires, find out more about services, brands, wheels, rims, their free coffee, free Wi-Fi, and free local shuttle service, and of course the latest and greatest current offers and specials like how right now you can get up to $150 back on a set of Goodyears. That's ConleyTire.net, or you can always stop by in Staffordsville or give them a call at 297-2424. I'm so looking forward to this. The only thing that could make it better is if he were there himself. But I think that he left this world knowing just how much he and his artwork and his personality and everything about him was appreciated and loved. And I find it only befitting of all the hard work that has been put into an art exhibition that will celebrate and honor the life and work of Tom Whitaker, Thomas J. Whitaker. It will be open to the public at the Sagersville Renaissance Center, just a few doors down from the offices here, next week during Founders Day. They will be following, of course, COVID precautions, but they're still going to have a wonderful show. While it will also make for a wonderful story following here on Your News Today and in the Independent, I think it's something that we should all perhaps try to make a point to see in person during Founders Day. The exhibition celebrating the life of Tom Whitaker is going to be open to the public at Sagersville Renaissance on Main from August the 30th through September the 4th. That's next Monday through next Saturday. The organizers have wanted to do this show because Tom was such a symbol of what Appalachia represents, in contrast to the negative stereotypes our area often receives. And directors say that it's going to be absolutely wonderful and a symbol of everything that we can be as through Tom Whitaker. The Art Guild here locally has been working closely with the family, collecting photos and memories to create what is much more than just an art show. So expect a lot more. It's going to be a celebration of Tom's life and work, and Guild members have raised funds to make the show possible and hope that you will attend. Monday and Tuesday of next week from 10 in the morning till 5, then Wednesday through Saturday, 10 in the morning all the way through 8 at Sagersville Renaissance, just under the red light in, of course, downtown Sagersville. Going on to your weather forecast, those showers, those big drops that were falling over my shoulder a few moments ago have since pulled out and left us for now. Nothing over the immediate area of Sagersville or essentially most all of Magoffin County at this particular time. We still have about a 20% chance of some showers and thunderstorms up until about the 10 o'clock hour. Otherwise, I think it's just going to be partly cloudy for the rest of your evening, and some patchy fog as well will start to roll in around 1 o'clock or thereafter. And that sets us up for, after about 68 degrees tonight, another day in the 90s tomorrow. Heat indices today, just as was expected and predicted, pushed close to 100, 97, 98 degrees, and it felt that way. Everywhere I have been today that had AC that was struggling to keep up. It was brutal out there today. Tomorrow, almost as hot. 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms after 3 o'clock in the afternoon on your Thursday, but mostly sunny and hot. You factor in the humidity and 90 degrees, and it will feel much more like 95, 96 on your Thursday. That 30% chance of showers and storms, kind of like today, hangs around about 8 or 9 o'clock tomorrow night and then shows back up Friday with the heat of the afternoon, because we're still going to be in the upper 80s. Mostly sunny, and again, after it starts to heat up in the latter afternoon hours, 2 to 3 o'clock, we'll see some shower and storm chances just like we did today. 69 for tomorrow night's low, and pretty much a spot-on image for your Saturday, the first half of the weekend. 89 sunny, and a 20% chance of some showers and storms developing in the afternoon and evening hours. Ditto for Sunday at 89 sunny degrees and a 30% chance of those afternoon storms. We do have a few things in play for your forecast next week. We're still kind of waiting to see what's going to come out of the tropical situation, but look what a couple of systems will do, taking us down to the low 80s. Look at that, 82 degrees by Tuesday and Wednesday. That's a significant change. We'll see sunshine all week long, but shower and storm chances that we'll talk about more then. And that's going to wrap it up for this Wednesday. I have got a lot of folks, not necessarily in-house, but here and elsewhere, working on the Sagersville Independent. Our editor, Heather Oney, has worked very hard to sit down and talk with some local medical professionals, personnel, pediatricians, about what they're seeing and how it relates to our kids and the Delta variant. and a lot of other information and news that's really going to be a must read, and I hope you'll have one in your hands. That's tomorrow's edition of the Sagersville Independent before I see you back here next time, or soon thereafter. For now, good night, good Wednesday to you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching as always.